I know we have 2 interns currently, and we're saying all we're asking to be done is for the social media to be created for the city of Prairie View. Now, I don't know if Economic 4B, if they have an issue with that, then we can discuss that, but let's put that out there, and then if that can't be done that way, we gotta figure out, we gotta work through Economic 4B to be able to get it done. And so,
Okay.
all we're simply saying is that we want the current interns who are in the city of Prairie View, who have been approved to be in and given the passwords and all the information that's in the city, that they create the social media for the city while they're currently in the building.
But let me be clear, that's not a current statement. They have not been given all passwords in the city. They work in the EDC
No, I'm talking about in
office,
reference to what they
the
do.
EDC
See,
computer.
I'm not saying all the passwords. I'm talking about compared to for what they do, meaning for what they do, they look at the certain things that they are responsible for. And so creating a social media account is, I know you may not know what it is, just Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We ain't talking about top secret.
They have a certain, they have a certain.
Okay,
I got narrated.
okay, go ahead.
My question is how, alright, so I know they are paid through economic development, but you guys are recording the video on behalf of the city today, right? Or for economic development?
It's supposed to be the city.
It's for the, is it for the city, maybe? So they're helping the city out, right? Alright.
But that's only because they choose to do it or EDC did it.
Okay, so if
We as a city did not ask them or direct them. All I'm saying is, and again, this is where EDC is regulated by the state, and by law, we cannot tell EDC what to do. I'm just pointing this out to you.
Yes, sir.
So in your research, you can find out how EDC functions and see how we can incorporate it. Because again, these meetings, as you say, are recorded, and what we say and do up here has to be within confines of some laws that you need to know and understand. And if it's something that I know, I don't want you all to misunderstand it. I'm extremely tired today, but I just want you to understand some of the things that are shared with you are things that legally can get us in trouble, and the record needs to be clear. That's all I'm saying.
I think you always ask for clarity.
Yeah, no, all I'm saying is if you look at the EDC codes online, EDC 4B is who we have. You have a 4A and 4B. We have a 4B. When you look up, it says all the things that Texas law says they could do with their portion of the
Alright, so I have to
state
make
sales tax. Yeah, and then there's a way of couching it.
Okay.
But again, up here, we need to make it clear, we are not directing, because when we say interns, the only ones we have in the city work for the EDC. So if we're saying interns, it's assumed that we're speaking of those interns, and we can't.
Call for question.
All those in favor say aye. Ayes have it.
I'm sorry, I have one more thing
Yes, sir.
that Brian did bring up.
Councilman Rowland?
I want to discuss and take action on creating a password and a login to the city computers.
Okay, hold on. What we have to do is city council has authority to ask for anything they want. But to go into some couple of thousand people's personally identifiable information, there are state and federal laws that we can get sued. And when we stick all of you going into the information, now public information, you can ask for anything you want to. And there's a record of that, and there's a reason for that.
Yes, sir.
But to have you on going through, like, for example, Ms. Cortez. If somebody's on Ms. Cortez's computer and something happens on that computer, who do I blame? If council has access to these people's information.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor, it's a difference. So Ms. Cortez logs into the computer and she logs back out, and when I log in, it pops up as me. I can't get into her information or to whatever the city has once I log in. 'Cause
So
you
one
guys have
computer in the front desk, Ms. Alexander already has it set up where any of us can log in. You just gotta go in and click on that particular website, and you can get in without logging in.
No.
And that's what she has set up.
But see, Ms. Williams, sorry, but to bring up a point, that could get us in trouble because anybody is able to log in upon a computer and you not knowing who has it.
So we need to set, a computer for just city council?
Council to use,
Yes.
fine.
No, because that goes back to the point of us being in trouble. So if each one of us.
No, she
because-
has a thing on there, and you click it, and then she tells you what the password is.
But we don't know, we haven't received that, and so maybe that's.
So I haven't either,
that
but I
may-
just
that
came up
may
here
be-
and got on the computer and she
That may
told
be
me.
the solution, but I think part of what we're talking about, and all we're saying, and again, Amir, you can't get in no more trouble than the city, than city council who's been duly elected, just like you.
That's
And
not
so,
necessarily
and so what
true.
we're,
That's not
what we're
necessarily true.
saying, if you let me finish, we're not asking for documentation and records of citizens' information. We're asking to be able to log in. When you log in, only thing I can do on my login is be able to get on the internet to print things and to research information and to print. It doesn't have all the information that Ms. Cortez or Ms. Dickey has under her login name. And so if you could kind of step back and not think that everything we're doing is trying to just listen to what we're saying. We just want to be able to log in and do the work that we're saying we're going to do the research that we're saying we're going to move forward. And so, you know.
I agree with you, and here's what I suggest. We'll get a separate computer for council to get on, and then we can never be accused. Because see, all someone has to do under these new federal privacy and security identity theft laws is believe that they became a victim of identity theft. They don't even have to prove it,
But they
and they can sue. But we're going to get you a computer. You want access to a computer, right? So we're going to get you a computer to use, and then these are issues.
Our question, is that going to cost the city money?
Everything we do
Okay, so.
costs the city money.
So this is.
But it could cost us more money if we find up in a lawsuit.
I mean, we could.
Could you just second the motion?
I've already got a computer
Second,
that I could set
See?
up.
Second.
It's done.
I second the motion. I second
What
the motion.
motion did you second?
The second motion
What's your motion? Repeat the motion.
is, discuss and take action on city council having their own each individual logins.
Second.
Okay.
All right.
It's been properly moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
I question.
You got unread
I read it. The only reason upon that is because just like when you log into a computer, it's going to type X, Wallace, 1, and has his own password. So that way, when he get on the computer, it's just his.
And I understand that, and it used to be that you guys used to come in and log in where Miss Hayes is sitting, but now I have a full-time employee that's sitting there.
Right.
So that decreases her productivity, so I'll get another computer and we'll hook it to the internet.
We'll give them the access
And
that
we'll
they
give them
request.
their-
All, call for the question. All those in favor say aye. Done.
We can talk about it, yeah, we
Anything
discussing it
else?
now.
We're discussing it now, but we'll get it
Could we have call for adjournment?
No, if there's nothing else, there's no reason to
question real quick.
adjourn.
Well,
We're adjourned. You can talk.
I want to know, could I get a community meeting with you all in the community? I'm a developer, and I have my own money, and I just want to try to have a city meeting. What I heard tonight, I want to do it a different route. I want to meet with you all and the city to show how I can build and revitalize the city.
I would say that you would want to meet with us individually because we can't be we can't all talk. So,
And
and then we
actually-
have our city council meeting on,
On the same subject, we can't do that. It's called a walking forum. We'll put you on agenda, get your information to Ms. Dickey, and then you can share what you can do with us formally.
give it to her right now for July 9th.
Oh, I'm going to be at July 9th.
Okay, just give